Hey Skyslopers! In this video, we'll go over our tips and best practices for filling out your forms with Skyslope Forms. I'm starting with a forms file that already has 3 forms I need for my buyers: the purchase contract, an addendum, and the wire fraud advisory. To fill your forms, you can either click on a single form to open and edit just that individual form selection, or you can hover and then select any number of forms you'd like to edit. Then, in the bottom right, you'll click Fill and Send. And now we're on the Forms Fill page, where you can add any file-specific information to your forms before sending them to be signed. In the upper right-hand corner, we'll go ahead and zoom in. And then on the left side of the page, you can drag and reorder your documents to place them in the order you'd like them to be signed. Now that our documents are in the right order, we'll use these forms to demonstrate the different types of fields you'll use when filling your forms. Of course, you can use the Import MLS Data button to autofill data from the MLS, but you can refer to that video to learn more. Here, we're going to manually enter our information into our form. Starting with the buyer's name, we will click on that field to open the Contact Details window. You can select this contact signing role as needs to sign, receives a copy, or no action, and enter any of their contact details. If you need to add a second buyer, you'll click on Add Another to enter their name, select their signing role, and enter their contact information. After clicking Save, you'll see that the second contact's name has been added to the form. Moving on to the property address, you will click onto that field to open the address search window powered by Google. Type the property address and you will see matching search results. Select the best matching address or manually enter the address yourself, and then click Save. Now the address has been filled on the forms here and on all of the other forms in this file. Now let's move on to the different types of text fields within Skyslope Forms, starting with the 3-line legal description field. With this multi-line text field, click onto any line in the section and the text window will open. I'm going to copy and paste the legal description into this field, and it will automatically format the text correctly to match the line formatting of the form. Click Save, and we can see the text correctly formatted on the form. When the text window is open, you can see the character limit for this particular text field on the form. You can type more than the limit, but only characters within the limit will be displayed. Here we can see the Do Not Show portion of the text is not showing on our form, even though it's typed in the text box. If you need more than the allotted number of characters to be included, like shown here in this example as I add the details for Platbook 65, all of the text would not display correctly on your form. In this situation, we recommend that you create an addendum and add the text onto that addendum. Then, on the purchase contract, you can leave a note to reference the attached addendum. Now we'll jump over to the addendum and add the text that wouldn't fit into the legal description box onto this addendum. Jumping back over to the purchase contract, let's take a closer look at some of the other fields within forms and how they function. Any of the monetary value fields will automatically format to match a dollar amount. You don't need to type any dollar signs, commas, or periods. When entering any dates onto your forms, clicking on any of the date fields will open a calendar picker you can use to select the date. We also have checkboxes and single-line text fields that function differently than the multi-line text field we looked at earlier. For single-line text fields, you can continue to type up until you've reached the limit. Once the limit has been reached, you can no longer type, and you'll see a red border around the text box. Click out of the box and the text will shrink to a smaller font size so that all of it fits within the designated text space. Now, if you don't want the text to be so small, you can remove some of the text to increase the text size. And checkboxes function as you might expect. They can either be checked or unchecked. One of the most helpful features when filling forms is that data will copy from one form to all of the other forms in your file. The property address entered onto the purchase contract has been copied over to the addendum, and both of the buyers' names have been copied to the wire fraud advisory form. Once you've filled out all of your forms, you can either save and exit, download them as a PDF, or prepare for signature within DigiSign. There you have it. That's all it takes to fill out your contracts with Skyslope Forms. If you have any questions, please reach out to our 24/7 support team. Happy Skysloping!